Let's now talk about an application of Cramer's rule. So, suppose you're selling hamburger dinners for $6 and pizza dinners for $5 during a football game. It's like homecoming or something. And you know that you sold 100 dinners and made $520. The problem is that you forgot to keep track of how many of each type of dinner you sold. And you need to know that in order to better predict how to shop for next time. How many of each dinner did you sell? So you kind of forgot to keep track and you need to know for shopping expenses next time. Well, did I sell more pizza? Did I sell more hamburgers? What did I sell more of? So we kind of got to work backwards. And this is an algebraic system of equations, which Cramer rule is very useful to solve. And so hopefully you can kind of think about, okay, there's going to be two situations, two equations. The first one is hamburger dinners at $6. So hamburger dinners, we can call X, or number of hamburger dinners sold. And Y is the number of pizza dinners sold. Okay, so if we add up X and Y, with the number of all the dinners sold, wouldn't that up to 100? We just said there's 100 dinners sold altogether. So hopefully you can make sense of that first equation. Just add up the two sets of dinners, 100. The second equation, well, where do we get this here green equation? Is what it's saying here is, if it's $6 for a hamburger dinner, wouldn't it be $6 times the number of hamburger dinners sold? So if I sold 10 of these, wouldn't it be 6 times 10? And then wouldn't it be 5 times Y, or 5 times each pizza dinner sold? And then wouldn't that add up to the $520 that they made that evening? So this would be your two equations. With system of equations, you're making two equations with two variables. And in this system, we could solve with Cramer's rule. So we use these determinants. So remember Cramer's rule, you set all the numbers in front, the coefficients, x's and y's, you set them up as a determinant, multiply down, multiply up, subtract the two. Then you set up the determinant again. Okay, you multiply down, multiply up, except what did you notice? This 100 and 520, see the answers? Replace the x values. See this determinant right here? I replaced the x values of this determinant with the answers. And then what I do is I take this number right here, -20, and divide by that first determinant, and that tells me 20, which means x20, which means I sold 20 hamburgers. It's hamburger dinners. Okay, now could you hopefully figure out the next answer is going to be 80 just by going and plugging 20 in right here? You could. Or you could do the determinant again. You replace, to find y, you replace your y values here, or think of them here, with the answers. Multiply down, multiply up, subtract the two. You take that, divide by that, and you got your y value, your pizza dinner sold. So Cramer's rule can work for either. For this type of equation, Cramer's rule is very useful. You could solve either one, or you could solve the whole thing with it. It's a useful little strategy for solving systems of equations. Good luck with it. It's useful.